So Deborah, thank you very much for presenting at today's event. The ageing population, what's it going to mean to Australian industry, and how does Australian industry need to respond?
Well, in terms of the private sector, I think that this is a rapidly growing market share. It's also an increasingly wealthy market segment. So, and one that's not been well served in the past. So you can actually see when you look across financial products, aged care, health, just about anything that consumers use really, great opportunities for private industry to engage in this sector and to supply services that are being taken up.
So how do we get industry to think about this and to act? Will market force us out in the end, or is there anything that we can do?
I think there's an increasing awareness, and certainly from businesses that I've talked to about those very real commercial opportunities. I think there's a certain amount of nervousness about will people be prepared to pay? But I think, as we've seen in the reforms to the aged sector, there is quite a large segment of the population that is prepared to pay for a high quality service. And as long as we always keep in mind that there's a strong social safety net for those who can't afford to pay, I think there's very significant opportunities.
So what would your advice to Australian business be? What are those small points that you would make?
I think understanding the market's the key thing, and the thing that really strikes me with the older Australians is that there's so much diversity. People come from different wealth backgrounds, different expectations, different health, different cultural backgrounds as well, engagement with family. People's desires and needs in retirement are really different. And the great thing about the digital age is it allows you to really come to terms and personalise products that suit each segment, each person within that segment of the market. They're a very heterogeneous group, and you simply can't be treated as one segment by themselves.
So is there a problem then that we so often actually do use shorthands like older people and older workers and mature age Australians, and we all know who they are, of course, but of course we don't.
No, we don't, absolutely. And I'm all for retiring the word retirement myself. I think it anchors behaviours and it anchors people's perception of the market as well. And I think you can really see this group of people going through retirement over this current decade are probably the healthiest and wealthiest retirees we've ever seen. Many of them will continue to work for a considerable period of time, and their expectations of what they do in retirement will be very different to what our grandparents did at that age, if they survived that long actually. Because life expectancy has changed so much. So it's a very vibrant part of the market with a lot of consumer needs, and I think industry will gradually wake up to that fact.